We are back at it again here with another video with the Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to test key resistance levels. And in today's volatility, our SPY buy at 10:05 a.m. sent out a bull indicator. And from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength on 42 vision, and call options went up 150% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, fighting to hold support here and break through key resistance levels. And in today's video, we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run today was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run today was from our Netflix spot. Our Netflix spot at 10:10 a.m. sent out a bull indicator, and from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength on 42 vision, and call options went up 70% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump to these charts. Here we are with the SPY stock, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition here from bright green bars to white with red borders in the last 2 days, and back up to bright green bars in today's trading day. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, back under a bull indicator since yesterday, and we were looking for that to pop up and inflows to follow and transitions to continue after hitting this dip area here on the SPY. And we've seen a full transition plus the continuation of that staircase effect to the upside going into today and retesting up here some key resistance levels, right? Where the bear indicator popped up at the 516 area, and right now it is slightly above it, trying to stay above 517 in the after hours. And it isn't only the SPY pushing up, you have the QQQ, you had Tesla trying to push up yesterday, continuing the chop here, sideways action, and then also here Apple, right? So you could see the strength here of these charts trying to go higher in the bigger picture, but right now Apple and Tesla are consolidating and lots of eyes on them as they're under bull indicators here within the volatility, right? Trying to continue that strength back up towards key resistance levels. Now here we have the SPY with a bull indicator on the 30-minute, but when we zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, we could see here a bull indicator popped up at the 512.80 area into the open, lasted all day, And then we also saw that full transition from red to bright green bars and coming back up to where that last bear indicator popped up at the 516 level, just like it did on the 30-minute chart. And here we are with it on the bigger picture with strength and approaching a key resistance up here at the 518 level. This is definitely going to be something to not ignore, because if the strength continues, it could start to retest newer highs, or will it be a double bottom, right? That's what we're going to break down in today's video. We're going to take a look at the inflow versus outflows and bull and bear indicators as well, right? With the key levels to watch going into tomorrow. So here we are with it, 30-minute, 1 hour under a bull indicator, and in the volatility of the 15-minute, a bear indicator popped up into the open, but a bull indicator dominated here, and it popped up at the 513.60 area, jumped up to 516, and came back down to it, used it as support, and did the next leg up. So far strength here above that level, definitely something to not ignore. And I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflows and break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. Here we are with the SPY stock, the SP500 index, with inflows dominating here above the midpoint, even though they were red since yesterday. It was at a really close point here, and it was going to be crucial for it to push upwards away from the midpoint. Now, you could see in the live action, outflows are slightly beginning, but it is pretty far from the midpoint, still sitting at 5.0. And we talked about how it had room to push up higher based off the history of the chart, because it hit a high up here last Thursday at around 4.99, and it broke slightly above that, and right now it is down at 5, even though it's red. Way above the midpoint, definitely something to watch here and not ignore. Now, when we zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, we can see in the bigger picture those inflows were picking up yesterday and getting pretty close to the midpoint, and I was going to be watching if this staircase effect would continue and inflows would cross over, and they did, right? They hit highs up here so far of 5.77, and that's definitely something to not ignore here as we approach key resistance levels. And going into tomorrow, it will be crucial for these inflows to continue, because if it starts to pull downwards, I would not ignore the fact that it could start to reflect that weakness into these charts and pull down the lower time frames with it as well. So definitely something here to watch closely going into tomorrow in the bigger picture. Now, on the 15-minute, we could see the volatility here, but inflows have dominated for most of the day, and outflows are quickly starting to begin here in the after hours. And going into tomorrow and the rest of the after hours, it will be crucial to watch if these outflows cross over, because if they do, it could quickly start to reflect that weakness into these charts. So what are the key levels I'll be watching? Well, if these outflows cross over and bring that weakness over into the 30-minute and 1 hour, the first support is 514. Then below that is 512. And then I'll be watching the 510 area. Now, to the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical for these inflows to pick back up, switch from red to green, continue this staircase effect here so far, and roll it over into the 30-minute and 1 hour. And the first resistance is 518. And then the next level I'll be watching above that is 520. And if both of those get broken through, then I'll be watching the 522 area. So these are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside, and to the downside, the bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial. And the inflow versus outflows, I would not ignore them as they're fighting to stay above. But outflows have slightly began here in the volatility of the 15-minute. Sharply dropping towards the midpoint. It needs to come up and continue that strength here with those bull indicators. I'll be watching that very closely here going into tomorrow. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.